lineups of your teams, starting with Team Finland.
Suomi! Suomi! gubbar! Jaja! Kör vi! Jaja! Åker vi gubbar! Jaja! Kör vi boys! Kom igen! Jaja! Kör vi! Kör vi!
Here we go, Thursday night, 8 p.m. local time here in Ostrava. It is our final night. It is our final game, our second quarterfinal. Victor Hedman and Sweden. What a run they had in group play. Undefeated, absolutely perfect, and they have rolled. No one has really challenged the Tre Kroner in this tournament as of yet. Finland will try to do that tonight. Your referees are from Latvia, USA, and the men running the lines from Czechia and from the United States. The captain is Erik Karlsson for Team Sweden. The captain for Finland is Olli Mäta. Both these sides have qualified for this quarterfinal. Your head coach for Sweden, Sam Hallam. Gold in 2017 and 2018 for Sweden. They haven't found the podium though since. Last 2 years, both finishing in 6th place. The head coach for Finland is Jukka Jalonen. Finland all-time, 4 gold, 9 silver, 3 bronze, and what a run they had back in 2022. They won Olympic gold, they won World Championship gold as well. Finland has found the podium in 3 of the last 4 tournaments. That young man has been a sniper. How about Oliver Kapanen, the Habs second-round pick in 2021? He's got 6 goals. No assists, who needs them when you got 6 goals? So he's one of the guys they will look to when it comes for offense. Brian, Sweden has been so dominant throughout this entire tournament so far. You wonder if anyone could test Erik Karlsson in this side. Maybe Finland can do it tonight.
They have been brilliant. They've had the puck all the time in every game they've played. They've controlled the tempo, the horizontal, the vertical, everything.
Philip Gustafsson, your starter in net. He's got the #1 save percentage in the tournament, .930, a 4-0 record. Meantime, Emil Larmi gets the start. He hasn't played enough to qualify for the official goalie tournament stats. But how about those numbers? 1 goal against, just 1 goal on 36 shots in the tournament, a 2-0 record, and a .972 save percentage. But you'll wonder if he's seen the likes of this high-powered Swedish side. And you look at the Tre Kroner and just their defensemen as well. Victor Hedman, Erik Karlsson, and of course Rasmus Dahlin. We're underway. The captain, Olli Mäta, in his own zone. Gave it away to Kempe. Kempe will dish it off. Marcus Johansson. Erik Karlsson across. Hedman. Dish is in front. Marcus Johansson behind the net. Johansson. He'll dish back into the corner. Mäta trying to apply some pressure to Joel Eriksson Ek. This line has been a handful all tournament long. There's Kempe. He's been really good, still looking for his first goal, 5 assists. Eriksson Ek spinning in the crease, puck loose, and a good push early from Sweden. Eriksson Ek driving knuckler wide. Johansson, bobbling puck, he'll pick it up for Karlsson. Karlsson's wrist shot just wide of Larmi. Kempe loads up, and that was stopped. What a start for Sweden. Karlsson shot blocked. Finland needs a clear, and they're just gonna ice the puck. Wow, opening minute, all Sweden, no icing. As Hedman will pick it up behind his net. Lucas Raymond up the right wing. Raymond over the blue line. Still with it. Burakovsky took a tumble. Back to Tim Heed at the line. Burakovsky trying to walk it in, a wrister, and was probably going wide. The stick from Larmi, though he got a touch anyways. Lucas Raymond, career highs with Detroit this year in the NHL, goals and points. Spinning around is Pontus Holmberg. He goes to work below the goal line. And Finland has yet to get it out of their zone yet, and Mikko Lehtinen will finally do that. Puck in the line, and that's definitely brought in offside, so a pretty good pace to start for Sweden.
Well, Sweden hasn't lost the game yet. They've had the puck all the time, and they know they want to set the tone. And for Finland, they talked about playing strong defensively. So they came out with a defensive mindset, protect, defend. That means you get back in your own zone and you play careful. They also have to step up. Everyone does. For Mikael Granlund, who was suspended for this game after a vicious cross-check, lost his temper. He's a main player for them, and it's going to disrupt their flow and their power play without Granlund in it. Who's going to step up the most for Finland?
Jesse Puljujärvi could be one of those guys, 3 goals, 5 points. They just don't have the offensive NHL weapons that sometimes they do. But you know Finland plays with structure. They'll play tough D. They'll rely on their goaltender, Larmi, who's been very good.
And just what you said, structure, that's how they started out. So you can tell that's the mindset of the team. So they just come out and go, where am I supposed to be? So you're not pushing into the game. The Swedes went, okay, we know what to expect with these guys, and they took it right to them.
Puck flip to center, Juha Jaska. One-on-one, Jaska cutting in, and a good chance early. Wow, Gustafsson got enough and kept it out. Those are the ones you'd love to see Finland bury. You'd like to see Sweden trail, and that would have been a nice little spark for the Finnish side.
Sam Helen for Sweden, the Swedish coach, said, Sweden, Finland, you dream of it. Ever since you're a kid, you've been watching it on TV. There's the good scoring chance. Jaska fighting for it with Victor Hedman. Heat gets in it. You'll see Hedman and Heat together, and then in offensive situations like this, Carlson comes out with Victor Hedman. So they keep changing that all the time, depending on which end of the ice the face-off is.
Puck flip back. There is Victor Hedman for Carlson. Eriksson Ek, little poke around Olimata. Centering feed in front and swept away by Juha Jaska. Jaska up the left wing here for Finland. Taken away by Erik Karlsson. He's had a beautiful tournament. 5 goals, 10 points, some highlight reel stuff from Karlsson. Is the wrist shot. Marcus Johansson takes it behind the net. Johansson, one of the leaders, 4 goals, 9 points as well offensively. We've had a lot of weapons, and they spread it around nicely, Team Sweden.
Marcus Johansson even got the night off the other night. He's one of the elder statesmen, and he still has 9 points plus 11, as you said. He's been, maybe a surprise is unfair, but he's been outstanding. It's not the first guy I would have thought of to be filling the net for the Swedes.
Here's Erik Karlsson up the right side. Broden chasing after it. And Linus Johansson will play it back to Tim Heed. He played in the SHL and then in the Swiss League with Ambry Piotta in the Swiss National League. So nearly 4 minutes in, some good pressure early from Sweden. They're trying to middle for the first time, so they went back-to-back goal, 2017, 2018. You mentioned Finland, really good consistency the last few years. Their last gold medal was a gold in 2019 before the COVID year, and a 7th-place finish for Finland last year.
Finland's going to try to close the door, play tight defense, control the neutral zone as best they can. They don't care if the Swedes run around with the puck inside their zone as long as they can cut them off in the middle. And if they start to get a little risky, hopefully they can sting them when they get a chance like they did early on and missed the first chance that they had.
Konsta Helenius, number 19. He just turned 18 years of age, Brian. He played at the Under-18 World Hockey Championship for Finland. He's going to be a top 10, maybe top 5 draft pick in Vegas this year. He actually lost in the U18 quarterfinal to guess who? Sweden. An upset. That tournament was in Finland.
What an opportunity for him, though, at that age to be playing against world-class players like this in a situation, a pressure situation. This will set the table for him for whatever NHL team he goes to, but also the many, many tournaments he's going to be in internationally from here on in. He's just getting started.
It's ranked number 3 by NHL Central Scouting for European skaters. Our Craig Button has him going top 10 on his list, so excited to watch the draft and see where he eventually goes.
That's number 19 for Finland.
Juha Jaska, long shot in and out of the glove of Gustafsson. It's been Gustafsson and Ersson, the 2 goalies, 2 NHL goalies for the Minnesota Wild and the Philadelphia Flyers, respectively.
Yeah, look at the goaltenders. Larmi for Finns, 2 wins, a 0.50 goals against. And there's Gustafsson, 4 wins, 1.50 goals against average and a .930 save percentage. The Swedes, of course, are the best save percentage collectively in the entire tournament.
Jonas Brodin has the puck. He'll flip it high to center. Billy Sarjärvi has a look to the left side, played up by Juuso Riikola. Dahlin, a big hit on Jaska, and Jaska gave him a slash right in the leg. Dahlin, a 20-goal season in the NHL, and he got upended. Man, Jaska and him, nice little battle on the shift. And you like to see it from Finland. Sweden hasn't been pushed around at all. We've covered Sweden this entire group, and not a lot of sandpaper in their games. They just come out, well-oiled machine, and they've taken it to teams. As Isaac Lundestrom on cue nearly got it to Zetterlund. Yeah,
and as you said, Finland can't match them offensively. So they'd be well advised to try and get, sandpaper at least a little bit, get in their face a little bit, try to rile some of these guys up and get them thinking about other things than controlling the puck. Now you can't take a lot of penalties. 23% on the on the power play for Sweden.
Pusala on the shot, and I think Gustafsson got a bit of the shoulder on that and kept it out. As Lehtinen works it into the corner. There's big Victor Hedman trying to take it away from Pusala. Pusala will drop it off. Boost it in, works it in below the goal line. There's Olli Määttä in deep as well. Two-time Stanley Cup champion Olli Määttä with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's the captain on this side. He'll swing that across, played with Lehtinen. Lehtinen the backhand in. Heed and Hedman paired up right now. Sam Hallam has not been shy about switching up his D partners, mixing up his lines. He said he wanted to keep everyone thinking a little bit, kind of keep it fresh, and he didn't want to get guys getting a little bit, just too settled in. They wanted to make sure they kept pushing in this tournament. Here's Lehtinen. They'll fire it in. Pakarainen into the corner. Chipped away. There's Eriksson Ek trying to free the puck. Good steal as Pakarainen up top. The shot rebound at the side of that. Look out. Wow, in the crease and swatted out of harm's way in time. Bjorninen was in the vicinity and it was kept out. It was behind Gustafsson.
He just lost track of it. He made the save, but it was on a weird angle and he almost put it in himself.
Good chances for Finland, a couple in this first period. Carl Grundstrom on the forecheck for Sweden.
Finland's not going to have the puck very much in the offensive zone. They're just not, because Sweden's a puck control team. So when they get their chances, they're going to have to be direct. Get shots from the point, get shots from the outside. Overpassing, you're not going to do it. The Swedes back check really well. They come back through the middle of the ice. They don't give you nice east-west stuff as a rule, unless you make a long stretch pass and sting them quickly.
Lucas Raymond cutting in, trying to dance his way in towards the goalie. He draws the penalty as Larmi made the stop. And the first penalty going to Finland, a power play for Sweden. 0-0 score in our second quarterfinal.
Swedish power play, good, 20%. That's a good number, 4 for 20. They were slow early in the tournament, started coming on. Penalty kill for the Finns. No goals against, 0 for 12. They are tied for first with Sweden. Both teams really good on the penalty kill. Perfect, in fact.
And the only other team that has yet to allow one, the United States, that's moved over to the other group. So 3 sides yet to allow a power play goal, including these 2 nations. So a battle of the border here. 0-0 tie, and a good opportunity here for Sweden. Hedman, the lone defender, loads up the shot, and that was blocked in front. I think it hit Eric's neck. You saw both Carlson and Hedman in the tournament work the power play together at times, but just the big blue liner from Tampa out there. Pass in front, just through the crease. Eric's neck, they found him where they wanted him, and he just missed. Hedman across. Dahlin. So there are two defenders out there. My apologies. Rasmus Dahlin and Hedman out for this power play. Hedman across Kempe. Pass and escape. Kempe, Hedman. We haven't seen this alignment though before. This is new. Eriksson Ek for Kempe. Eriksson Ek to the forehand, off the post. He tucked it up high and he just missed. What a nice little play. Hedman, Dahlin. Dahlin's wrist shot. And that grazed the body and just went wide. So it's the first time Hedman, Dahlin, two defenders on a power play.
I really like it. Carlson will come out here. They need a different look. Carlson's such an alpha dog on the power play. Look at the Pittsburgh power play. Ended up, what, 30th in the NHL? And they got Crosby and Malkin and everything. Not blaming it all on Carlson, but he is an ultimate alpha dog. Victor Hedman is a heck of a defenseman on a power play. But when he's out there with Carlson, he defers to Carlson all the time, and everybody else seems to. So if you're going to run one power play for sure, get Carlson off there. And that first power play, I thought, moved the puck around well.
First time we've seen Dahlin out there in the power play with Hedman. So Carlson running it right now. Second unit out. Victor Olofsson. Pretty good second unit, by the way. Burakovsky. Waiting, shooting, block, tries again. Works it down low. Johansson! And he had Olofsson and just over his stick. Victor Olofsson, Erik Karlsson, Burakovsky. Seam pass right through Olofsson, high wrist shot, and I think Larmy got a piece out of play. Wow, they are whipping it around here, Team Sweden.
Burakovsky's had a heck of a tournament. I think he could have pulled the trigger a lot quicker. They had net front presence. He keeps trying to take a step. There's Eriksson Ek. Great start to the tournament. He was putting the puck in the net, setting everybody up. His line was the best on the team with Kempe and Johansson. They cooled off. Well, Kempe and Eriksson Ek did. Johansson never really cooled off. And there's the chances they got so far on their part of the power play.
Finland trying to clear, and Manalainen will up that left side. Pass across into the glove as Arttu Hairu got a shot on Gustafsson.
Smart play there by Hairu. One-on-one with Victor Hedman. He's not going to get around him. So take the shot from well out. That's smart. This is the kind of stuff that the Finns are going to have to do. You want to mess around, you think you're going to beat Victor Hedman one-on-one. Took the shot from just inside the top of the circle. We've seen so many guys in this tournament on every team trying to beat that last man and have given up really good chances to get the puck on the net. Hairu did not do that there.
Sweden's second most goals in the tournament, Finland 8. So to your point, Brian, you talked about it, Sweden, a lot more offensive upside. They come in with 35 goals in the tournament thus far. 0-0 through the midway point. Really good pace to this first period. Lettinen drive right on, and it was in the pads, and squeezing was Gustafsson to keep that alive and stop to the crease.
Second time that there's been a little iffy situation. The first one went off the post and back between the legs of Gustafsson. This time he's able to snare it and sit on it.
Welcome back to Ostrava. We're in eastern Czechia, right near the Polish border, about 20 kilometers away. Poland was in our group during group play. Unfortunately for them and their fan base, they're relegated with Great Britain coming up, Slovenia and Hungary, as they are promoted from winning the D1A championship in Italy. A really fun group. Ostrava's been a wonderful co-host city. We've had a great time here And tonight's game will wrap up our final game for myself, Brian Ingblom, and Claire Hanna. Big thank you to you, Brian, to Claire, Peter Buchanan, our entire crew. Wonderful job here. We've had a lot of fun. That'll be icing, and it's been a lovely city, and the crowd's made it for us, hasn't it? The crowd's been special.
Terrific job of conducting traffic and getting all the names right and everything right. Yeah. Oh, it is. It work, man. I don't know how you play-by-play guys do it. So many different names that we're not used to, but all the way around. Peter Buchanan doing a terrific job, taking care of us and running the show.
Here's Hedman for Carlson. Carlson makes the shot, back to Hedman at the line. Carlson near point, he'll jam it in. Picked up by Ristinen, trying to clear, but there is Lucas Raymond. Raymond, little backhand dish in. Holmberg got the body check from Oliver Kapanen, the Montreal Canadiens. Second round pick in 2021. The 20-year-old has been a nice offensive spark here for Finland with those 6 goals. Backhand try, right on, follow-up, it's available. Burakovsky looking for it, as is Jesse Puljujärvi, and Sweden still controls up to the line. One more time. Great shot, just wide glove side. What a rocket, Burakovsky. He can really shoot that puck. Rasmus Ristinen again. Sweden really dictating play here in this first period thus far. Carlson, that wrist shot, hit Kapanen, goes into the corner. Oliver Kaski trying to clear. Puljujärvi able to send that down the ice, and no icing. So Finland gets a much needed change in. Tim Heed through center ice for Froden. He'll work it in. Jesper Froden also plays in the Swiss League. He'll dish it behind the net. Grundstrom reverses play. Froden there. Play back to the point. Wrist shot off the post again. Wow, a couple good looks. That time it was Carl Grundstrom from the far point.
Nothing fancy from the Swedes. They're taking what's there. Finland protecting the middle of the ice. They've got some movement to their game defensively, and that's good. They're not just standing in the middle of the ice. They're confronting, but they're making sure that everybody's sorting things out. So still a little bit slow on their own end. They're trying to figure out exactly what they have to do against these Swedes, and the Swedes just keep playing the way they have the entire tournament.
Jonas Brodin works it back deep into that corner. Isaac Lundestrom for the Anaheim Ducks. He'll lead. Olsen, wrist shot. Oh, a good quick strike and better, quicker pads. Larmy, who plays for Vacqua in the SHL, won a title a couple of years ago. MVP in that league. The best numbers in the league. A playoff MVP, winning a championship. And Larmy's had a nice tournament and a strong start to this game.
One of the big reasons that Sweden's so good offensively, their D-core has 32 points. The most in the entire tournament. 9 goals, 32 points. Erik Karlsson, no surprise there. He leads them with 10.
2 Norris trophies. Karlsson had that 100-point-plus season with the Sharks a couple years ago. When you throw in Victor Hedman, a couple of Stanley Cups. Unbelievable back end for Sweden. Not even talking about the first overall pick, Rasmus Dahlin, who has been awesome as well. Possible 2-on-1. Zetterlund leading the rush, drops it back. Wrist shot, glove down, and that was letting it. Didn't have a stick. He was coming back to the plate, no stick, and it was more of a 3-on-1.5.
Really good work, though, coming back on the back check, because otherwise it should have been a 2-on-1. Dahlin comes late on the play, reads the play, and gets up on it. No pass across is available to the forward streak into the net, so Dahlin, who's got great speed, offensive instincts, had a tremendous year in Buffalo this year, scored a ton of goals coming up on the play like that.
Face-off win, Hedman. He just bobbled on him. He thought about ripping one. Picked up by Adrian Kempe. Kempe for Marcus Johansson. Erik Karlsson slaps it towards the net, just wide. Kempe goes to work. Kempe, quick turning wrist shot, and that never got through. Johansson taking down Ristinen. Good battle behind the net. Puck available. And finally, Larmy just says, I'm going to reach out and cover this thing up and get a face-off with 6:33 to go in the first.
Swedes' puck possession depends on how much are they going to hang on to it and when are they going to shoot the puck. they've done a pretty good mixture of it so far. You can only go around the outside so many times until you get it to the net. You have to have net front presence there, and they certainly have done that. They've got 8 shots on goal. The Finns have 6, but the Finns have not had the sustained pressure that the Swedes have yet.
Finland just comes in 21 goals, tied for 8th in the championship. So again, it's been a topic that we've discussed, getting the offense and finding a way. Remember too, they crawled in that 4 spot in the other group. It did not come easy for them to qualify number 4 over there in Prague. Burakovsky up for Erik Karlsson. Quickly across. There's Hedman. They'll wrist it in. Manalainen able to start the play. Bjornsson shot behind the net. Pakarainen there with Lucas Raymond, and Raymond has the puck. Raymond up the left wing. He'll stop. Drop the backhand off. Hedman's in deep. He got checked by Pakarainen. Juuso Riikola up the left side. Bjorninen, who had the best chance for Finland in that period, off the post behind Gustafsson, and it stayed out. Burakovsky through center ice. Burakovsky will bring it in, and brought in offside by Sweden. 5:42 to go, 0-0, shots 8-6 in favor of Sweden. Welcome back to Ostrava, and Brian, you have the luxury of getting to call the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you tell a great story about Victor Hedman sort of recreating himself this past summer, and long season in Tampa, and yet here he is, big-time minutes at the World Hockey Championship as well.
Oh yeah, he can manage the game so well. He's a great skater for a big man who's like 242 pounds and 6'6". His conditioning in the offseason, but what he did is he kind of went back to a hockey school mentality, worked on passing, shooting, and stick handling mostly on top of the conditioning, and he really had a great year doing all those things. So good with the puck, heads-up player, but his shooting, just outstanding. He moved in a couple of times in the blue line with wrist shots that just filled the top corner, and he had a handful of 100-mile-per-hour plus slap shots, most of those one-timers. So Victor can really bring it. So that, along with Karlsson on the blue line, everybody on the blue line for him. Even like Brodin is not so well known, but he's such a good two-way defenseman. Dahlin, of course, had over 20 goals for Buffalo this year. That's why they have 32 points in this tournament so far. And way they get the puck so quickly to their forwards, that's a big part of their game as well.
Hedman 76 points in the regular season this year for Tampa, and a lot of assists as Zetterlund trying to break through. And yet at the World Championship, sometimes you can play a different style of game. You can defer to a guy like Erik Karlsson. By the way, best friends since they were, what, 13 or 14, and such a thrill for them to play together again at a World Championship.
Yeah, they loved it. They were pretty much permanent partners for the first 2 games. Then they started to break it up a little more. I think maybe they did them a favor. The coach said, yeah, okay, you guys can play together. You haven't played together since you were 14, and yeah, they are big-time friends. And now what he's doing is, Sam Hallam, in the offensive zone face-off, he will put Karlsson out with Hedman. If it's a defensive zone face-off, Hedman comes out with Heat.
Always tweaking at a World Hockey Championship to get your best looks. Mikko Lehtinen trying to feed it up that right side. Hellenius, he'll drop it off. Some good contact right at the line, allows Sweden to possess the puck. Erik Karlsson, he'll rip it in. Good pace to this first period. It's clicking along. Pettersson shot just wide. Carlson loads up a high one. That's a great stop by Larmy. Rebound, puck still loose and swept into the corner just in time by Jormaka.
Carlson, his shot is so crisp and clean and perfect nearly every time. And he's able to look at the net probably about 70% of the time, even when he's taking a slap shot. On a one-timer, you can't, because you got to look at the puck and you have to get the timing of it. But when he gets a chance on a standing still slap shot or moving in a little bit, he's always looking at the net. He doesn't miss much.
Here's Riikola. He'll turn it back for Kaski. Kaski to center. Missed his man Bjornanen. Lucas Raymond over the line for Sweden. Raymond through the legs, cutting in, and he was muscled off the puck. Backed up by Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky drops. Hedman towards the net. Bodies in front. Holmberg frees it up. Burakovsky couldn't pull the trigger. He'll wait. Shoots. Bodies in front. Rebound again. Puck is still loose, and lying down was Riikola. He was just spread out, just trying to keep everything out of the way of his netminder. Takarainen finally able to jam that. Finland needs a change. They're going to start one. Charlie Lindgren starting for the USA. He came late for the Americans. Just stopped Pasternak in Prague on a breakaway. Can you imagine that building right now? Passed his back in Czechia.
How big is that?
18,000 strong in that building. It must be going off over there.
Can you imagine if that had gone in? Yeah, that's huge for the U.S.
He added Nate Schiss and Zaka late to the tournament, so Czechia getting a nice boost. Fabian Zetterlund going to work. Victor Olofsson picks it up, earning shooting, and looking for daylight, but again, Emil Larmi, full credit. He has been Finland's best player in this first period.
Zetterlund's lucky he didn't get a penalty on that last shift. Should have been a penalty in behind the net. Could have been hooking, holding, whatever. The Finns are really complaining to the referees because they felt like they should be going on the power play. And because of that, Sweden continues inside the zone, and they continue to wear the Finns down. Here's what I'm talking about. That's a penalty. The referees are looking right there. Zetterlund should be in the penalty box, but he's not.
The goalie Larmi was part of a wonderful World Junior team that won a gold medal in 2016. He was the third goalie, so he didn't play, but that was for Jesse Puljujärvi. He was the World Junior MVP. He had 5 goals, 17 points. At the U18, he came over late, and it was him, Aho, and Laine. This is 2015 at the U18s in Switzerland. And they were taking on Austin Matthews and a high-powered American team. It was a great game, and it was Colin White scoring the golden goal in overtime that year. And the USA was stacked. That was a real fun tournament. That was the year that Nico Hischier was a double underager in Switzerland and nearly powered them into a gold medal game. Finland beat them in overtime to get to that gold medal.
And Puljujärvi and Laine were the ones everybody was looking at, right? I mean, they were piling up the points. They were the gunners. And Aho was that other guy. You know, that's kind of the way I looked at it. I watched a lot of that tournament too. And now you look at it, Aho's the guy. Puljujärvi has been just okay in the NHL. Laine had a great year or two at the beginning, drifted off a little bit. Of course, the trade to Columbus, then he got hurt. So he's got some regrouping to do as well. And all the way along, Aho since the beginning has been outstanding in Carolina.
And at the U18 level, it was Capo Kakko and Jesperi Kotkaniemi. They were part of a team. Look out, a pileup after, and nasty. Finland's going to go and get into the Swedish players because their goalie, Larmi, has been the best player.
But they tripped into each other. So I want to see a replay of this because it looked like they tripped into him. So the Finns are acting like, why did you jump on our goaltender?
Rundstrom right in the mix there.
Rundstrom played really well. Let's see how this ended right at the net. See, he got tweaked up. He's trying to stop. He gets spun around, and he falls down. I mean, how are you going to stop that? They run into each other and lose their balance. Now, I get that the Finns want to protect their goalie too, but not much could be done there. It's not a penalty. Maybe the Finns will build off of that. We mentioned the fact that we have not seen anybody test Sweden physically, really try to rile them up. You know, obviously we haven't seen every team, you know, that's still in the medal round. The Swedes, you know, really good chance. And the way they look, you know, you think it's the favorite team in this game for sure. Is Finland going to do that? Can they do that? Do they have the capability of really trying to get under the skin, rough them up, whatever you call it? And you know what? If any team was going to try it, it'd be Finland, because their penalty killing is outstanding. They have not given up a goal in their penalty killing.
You know, we thought in the final night of group play that maybe Slovakia would push Sweden a little bit, but Martin Pospisil got injured, and he was kind of that guy. Like, yes, offensively he was dangerous, but man, he was just hitting everything in a conversation with everyone. He was that guy.
Yeah, and you need that guy that starts everything, and then he drags everybody else into the fray, right? And they didn't have him, and so it never went that way against Sweden.
The Kachuk mentality. You bring everyone with you.
Exactly. Either Kachuk.
Yeah.
All the Kachuk.
Including Dad. Including Dad.
Yeah.
0-0, so we're waiting our first goal. It was Switzerland over Germany in our first quarterfinal. Back for is Lehtinen. Lehtinen tries to play it away from Lucas Raymond. Bouncing puck, Burakovsky. Final minute here in Ostrava. First period. Burakovsky. Lucas Raymond. Backhand for Carlson. Wrist shot off a leg into the corner as that labeled Lehtinen. Carlson again. So elusive on that blue line. He'll flip to space in the corner. There's Raymond.
But he does take chances.
Pontus Holmberg. Behind the net, he'll drop it off. 30 seconds left in this period. Up top, Victor Olofsson, big bomb. And Finland, that's what they do. They pay the price. They'll block shots. And slow to get up is Saku Venäläinen. Yeah, those are going to sting.
That's an area, I think, where they can take advantage. Erik Karlsson gets standing still at the blue line, and you're close to him. Close down on him. Go after him. Make sure you play the body and keep him in front of you so he doesn't dance around you and go in, because then it's an outnumbered attack. But he gets dicey out at the blue line. And the Swedes in general will make plays just a few inches inside the offensive blue line. And sometimes they are more high risk than they should be.
Olli Mata wraps it along the boards. Picked up by Pustola. He'll chip it in. Konsta Helenius. Lone man in. Helenius trying to track down the puck, but it's skated away by Victor Hedman. He'll flip it off the wall. That hits Zetterlund. And Pustola the other way. Zetterlund back at center, and through 20 minutes of play, we await our first goal.
I think Finland will probably be pretty happy with this. They had a bad start to the first shift or so, but they're just trying to play a controlled game, and they would love this to go 0-0, maybe all the way to the shootout. That seems to be their mentality. The Swedes are playing their game. They just haven't scored yet.
0-0 Ostrava, our final Thursday night. Your intermission is coming up next with Mark Rowe and Dave Reed.
the season right now. Work hard.
Yeah.
Have fun.
1, 2, 3, team.
Okay, boys, good luck. Blue down first. Down, set, down. Play the puck, play the puck, play the puck. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alone. Hey, boys! Hey, you got a power play, Sweden! Thank you! Boo! Boo! No! Boys! Hey, we're done! We're done! Thank you! That's a good battle! Oh! Boys! Hey! No! Hey! Hey, they collide! They collide! It's a collision!
Welcome back to Ostrava on this Thursday night, our second quarterfinal, just after 9 p.m. local time. Both goalies perfect in that first period. I would suggest that Larmy had to make some tougher saves, stopped all 13 that he saw. And Brian, we saw firsthand Sweden's offensive capabilities in group play. They set a brand new IIHF World Hockey Championship record with 3 goals in a span of 26 seconds, and Zetterlund had 2 of them in a span of 17 seconds. So they can light you up, but full credit Finland. I think they're pretty happy with the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah, I think they're happy at 0-0. The Swedes set 2 goal posts. The Finns set a goal post as well. I think both teams are playing to their capabilities, which means Sweden's going to have the puck more.
Underway here in this second period, played up the right side by Jesper Vatila. In comes Manalainen. Jordan was tracking towards the net, wanted the pass. Manalainen, he gets taken down in the corner and a whistle. And some conversations.
There are always conversations between Swedes and Finns.
Yes,
always. Yeah, and there's going to be a few more before the end in a couple of different languages. Victor Hedman's in the middle of this one, as is Manalainen.
Puljärvi, one of those guys actually born in Sweden. He moved though to Finland when he was 4 years of age and obviously grew up playing his youth hockey in Finland. A lot of those stories where we've seen that. Even with Dominic Dahoud, he was excited. Czechia passport, born in Czechia. They've got a German passport, mind you, and get to compete in this country, special for him. So many cool wrinkles to this championship. I know even for us personally, you walk in, you meet the media from around the world, and you get to talk to different guys. We had the Czechia guys beside us. We showed up one game, and there was some local beer waiting for us, which I thought was a pretty nice gesture. It's all part of a big family here, and just another reason I love this tournament so much, all the people you meet. Interference call coming up.
Well, there's more and more. It's getting chippier all the time. Manalainen again. That's the second time. First it was Victor Hedman. Now he's looking for a new victim. And it was Eriksson Ek. A couple of guys talking to Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek was having a conversation with the linesman. He did not like the face-off and how it was going. And Manalainen's gone on the penalty box. Interference for the big guy. So power play, we'll see which guys they bring out. It's going to be Dahlin and Hedman again to start this next power play. You said, Brian, I like that. I like what they're doing there. When Hedman is out there with Carlson, Victor defers so much to Carlson. I think opportunities are missed.
So something's got to give here. Neither of these teams have given up a power play goal. That could be a difference in this quarterfinal game. Winner goes to Prague, loser goes home. Kempe, he'll pick it up far boards. Try to get it to Hedman, off a stick. Lucas Raymond has it. Thought he was going to just turn and shoot. Look out, Dahlin missed it, and it's all the way to Gustafsson.
And you can see that the Finns are aggressive. Like, they're up high. They're not just in a box and staying in the middle of the ice and then reacting. They are anticipating, and they're getting in the face of the puck here. Look at this. See, they're coming right over to Hedman.
Oh, little tip Kempe. We had a great angle on that. That didn't miss by much. Adrian Kempe looking for his first of the tournament. Spinning and shooting it is Rasmus Ristinen all the way down the ice. So clear.
The best penalty kills always have to be aggressive, but you have to be intelligent about it. But when you do, you just can't run all over the place at whoever has the puck. It has to come from positioning. But if you just stand back in the box, a power play that's as good as Sweden will rip you apart eventually.
Marcus Johansson over the line for Olofsson. Olofsson had 3 shots in that first period. Burakovsky down low. It hopped on Marcus Johansson. Olofsson trying to keep it alive. It comes to Erik Karlsson. Karlsson's wrists are a good low one, and Larmy kicked it aside. Zetterlund. Olofsson, Karlsson. Olofsson. Zetterlund. Victor Olofsson. Zetterlund in front. Johansson. That was what they were looking for, and Larmy read it well.
A battle in front of the net. That's what that was all about. And getting your stick down at the right time. Burakovsky's there. Burakovsky's had a heck of a tournament. He's really good hands. So much experience. Came into this game, Burakovsky did with 10 points and a +9. There's Kempe off the foot. That was the quick redirection just past the net. There was the push off in front of the net. Johansson was in front of the net. There was a good battle going on prior to that with Riikola and Johansson. Johansson's got to get his stick down at the right time. Sometimes he was busy cross-checking Riikola, and I'm sure Riikola would be happy with that, defending him, keeping his stick off the ice.
Another good penalty kill for Finland. So perfect thus far. Still awaiting our first goal here in our second quarter final. Switzerland moving on to the Final Four. They beat Germany earlier today. Juha Jaska. He'll chip and chase after the puck. Jaska, big hit on Jonas Brodin. Marcus Pettersson. Him and Erik Karlsson were defensive partners for a lot of the season in Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah, they had a ton of ice time, almost 900 minutes together, Pettersson and Karlsson. Their styles of play fit together perfectly.
Pettersson up that right side all the way down the ice. We shouldn't be surprised when you look at ice time at this tournament. It's the big boys from the National Hockey League. You got Josi #1, Gretzky's #2, and #3, Big 77, Victor Hedman in ice time per game.
Yep. Sweden, we talk about their puck possession and what they've done, and they control the tempo. But the way they defend, too, they're structurally so good, and their forwards work really hard coming back. And so they make it difficult for you in every area of the ice. Between your own blue line, if you're Finland, coming out over your own blue line, there to the red line to the Swedish blue line, and then inside the Swedish blue line. They're defending you, they're in your face and away from the puck. The back checkers are coming back to a man. And they don't just come back to a spot. They come back and they take a guy, so as soon as you touch the puck, somebody's either already right on you and you're fighting for it, or you're right in the face of somebody who's taking it away from you.
Oliver Kapanen, 6 goals in the tournament, battling for puck position. Here's Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi able to work it across, a wrist shot, and kind of going the wrong way with Ziri and Ala, and that was an easy one for Gustafsson.
Both of these teams are so well coached, and one of the things I just mentioned about the defensive side of things for Sweden is that their hockey IQ is really good. Like, these guys understand, what is that puck carrier looking at? And that's my guy, I better get to him now. They read off of each other, but they read off of what the next logical play is for the opposing team, and they get there in the puck carrier's face so quickly.
Puck to the point, Riikola shot, and just wide by about a foot there on Philip Gustafsson. Artti Hairo. In there with Jaska, trying to free the puck here for Finland. Jaska able to poke it free, but it came right to Victor Olofsson. Olofsson, some speed out of his own zone for Sweden. Sweden just staying on side as Lundestrom had to stretch to make sure he indeed was. Puustinen plays it to center. Jaska couldn't take it any farther. It's back to Tim Heed. Larman. He'll play it. Sweden getting a change in here. Nearly 5 minutes gone in the second period. Puustinen. Flip to center. Came right to Linus Johansson, and he'll work it right back in.
Jukka Jalonen, the coach of Finland, said protect and defend. And that's what they're trying to do. They are protecting and defending, and then play a counter game. They get a chance. They're hoping for the odd 2-on-1 or outnumbered attack. Fly in the zone here.
Stretch pass is Parkanainen in. Little flip in front, but no one in a Finnish jersey to try and finish that off. And Sweden in numbers is Froden. Jesper Froden, 3 assists in for Joel Eriksson Ek. Ek scored the first goal of the tournament for Sweden back on day 1 versus Team USA. He's got 5 goals, 6 points. Bjornanen to the left side. Olimata trying to move it up the wing. Good battle there at the far point, and the battle won by Sweden. In comes Kempe. Try to free it up for Marcus Johansson. Pontus Holmberg behind the net. Johansson to the line. Wrist shot just wide. Follow up Kempe, and he couldn't get there in time to try jam that in. Marcus Johansson cutting in. Stick swatting him, but he still got it. Johansson curling around in the corner. Holmberg. Pontus Holmberg protects his shot high off the stick and over the net. Johansson works it in. Kempe's going to start a change. Jumping on Burakovsky. Nice move. Burakovsky in, and he had Pettersson. Just missed him. Pettersson's got it again in the corner. He'll feed it around the wall. Lucas Raymond. Little dish. Burakovsky in. Thought about the shot. Man, 2 times you thought Burakovsky might pull the trigger. Just couldn't get it away.
Pakarainen, a really good read defensively, because when the Swedish defensemen are in the zone for a while, they'll start to get involved and they'll move in, and that's part of the reason they have so many points.
Lucas Raymond off the turnover in front. Oh, what a pad save as Isaac Lundestrom stopped by Larmy. Stretched across with that right pad and kept it out. Victor Hedman to the left side. Isaac Lundestrom again. He'll stop. Dishes for Olofsson. Mikko Lehtinen there, and Zetterlund brought that right in front for a pretty good chance. Zetterlund steals again. Drop pass. Hedman. Sweden continues to work hard here. Right in front Zetterlund, but the puck popped to Larmy. He's going to cover that. 12:35 to go. Sweden staying patient. They continue to push, but no scoring yet. Welcome back to our World Championship coverage. The Tre Kroner winning 4 of the last 5 meetings at the World Hockey Championship versus Finland. Good look there on the bench of Isaac Lundestrom. Had a pretty good chance. Former first-round pick of the Ducks back in 2018, 23rd overall. 2 goals, 4 points in the tournament thus far.
Sweden just trying to wear them down, right? They just keep coming at him, keep controlling the puck, keep getting it to the net, and the Finns keep defending.
Hedman, screen in front, a lot of traffic, never found its way behind Larmy. Throwed it. Linus Johansson digs it free. Erik Karlsson winds up, puck loose in front. Grundstrom spinning, tried to score, and Larmy kept it out somehow.
Good battle there. Good battle in front of the net there. Finland doing a heck of a job. That's good stuff. Puustinen came back and did a really good job of helping clear that front of the net. That's what it's going to take, is eventually Sweden, they'll get it around the outside and they'll use the width of the ice, but they're going to get it into the scoring area too. Right there. Here comes 48. Puustinen helps clear that out, but it's also the battle in front that helps set that up. So Finland with their nose to the grindstone here, still in their own end.
He saw back to Karlsson. One-time bomb Hedman and another big block. Look how high that went behind the net as Jaksa, another good block for Finland. Eriksson Ek, 1-on-2. In comes Marcus Johansson to help. Hedman pumps it right back in, picked up by Karlsson. Towards the net, good drive. And that's back-to-back low shots towards the net by Erik Karlsson. Big hit, Johansson. I mean, he stepped up on Hyru and nailed him.
Hyru's gone right to the bench.
Good physical play here from Sweden. Trying to get the icebreaker. Johansson brings it in, shoots, and he whistled it wide.
He scored one like that earlier in the tournament. Came in from a pretty nasty angle. Put the puck back by his back foot and just ripped it inside the goalpost.
Puck poked to center. Foot race is on. Burakovsky. And he was closed off enough there by Koski. He'll come again. Burakovsky. Knuckler, he got taken down, tried to draw a call, none coming. Natalainen, he'll chip it in. Jornanen racing after it, took his man down behind the net. Jornanen going to work again in the corner. Jormaka trying to free it as well. Time winding down here in the second period. Nothing doing offensively yet.
If you want to see how to play good defensive hockey, just watch this for a couple of minutes and watch both teams. How good they are, their reads. There's just so little room out there, especially when you finally get in the scoring area.
And I guess part of that's coaching, and Brian, a part of it's buying in to the coaching and believing in your plan.
And hockey sense too, about the reads, and you can have all the structure and film and everything you want, and it's important, but things change every second out there. And if you don't understand what you're seeing, you're not going to do it.
Wrist shot from Puustila, right on Gustafsson. Just the 7th shot for Finland in the game, 0-0. That applause because they put on the big scoreboard. Czechia, Pavel Zacha, 1-0 over USA in that quarterfinal over in Prague. And we want to take the time to thank Joachim and the entire in-front crew putting on a wonderful tournament. It takes so many people behind the scenes, hours and hours and long days of this World Championship. So to Joachim in front, everyone who's helped us out, we say a very sincere thank you for a wonderful tournament here in Ostrava. 0-0 game here in our second quarterfinal. Inala, second try, blocked high into the corner. Hedman after it. Kapanen finds it. He'll shoot it around. Olli Mata racing after it. Jesse Puljujärvi. It was right over his head. Kapanen left it. Mata picks it up. Try to get it towards the net. Finland trying to push here and get a few more looks in on Gustafsson. Around the boards. Saravari into the corner. Nanala there. He got pinned by Jonas Brodin.
High stick. It's so hard for Finland. They had some time in the zone, but the Swedes have everybody manned up, and it's hard for them even to get the puck to the front of the net. Not much scoring we've mentioned from Finland. Inala had 5 points. Puljujärvi had 3 goals and 2 assists. Kapanen, 6 goals. He is by far their best gunner. You remember the last time he had a look at the net in this game? I don't remember. Oskanen, 4 points. It's a big difference from guys like Burakovsky, who had 10, Johansson, who had 9, and Erik Karlsson, who had 10 points. So there's a difference in the scoring levels of these two teams.
On the Finnish side, the all-time leader is Ville Peltonen, who had 81 points at the World Championship. He's part of the coaching staff this last year for Latvia. Bouncing puck and glove down, and Larmy's going to decide to hold it. You mentioned the name Sebastian Aho a few times. Well, he led the way big time. Had 9 goals, 18 points in 8 games in Denmark in 2018. That's the most in a single tournament for his nation. Pretty impressive.
Yep. A few rumblings in this game. They get in each other's face a little bit. Both teams stick to business. They come from a culture of discipline when it comes to structure. You always play with structure. You see the Finn games, whether it's the under-18s all the way through the World Juniors, all the way to the World Championship. The Swedes, the same thing. That's why even guys like Erik Karlsson, we haven't really seen him up the ice at all, pushing the pace the way he can so many times in the NHL.
Johansson from a knee, basically, from the blue line. Still got it on net. Here's Kempe. Kempe will dish for Joel Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek in a puck battle with Arttu Hairut. He wins it. Eriksson Ek has the puck in, shooting, blocked in front. So hard to get pucks through the way Finland blocks shots and pays the price. Oliver Koski. Eriksson Ek back to work again. Tenacious forecheck by Sweden right now, trying to free that puck. And they will free it up. Erik Karlsson walks the line, waits, wrist shot, a low one, and Larmy saw it at the last second and stopped it.
That's the intelligent shot. He's walking the blue line so well, and he just slings it in there, but it's less than knee high. You got a big time chance of deflecting.
Burakovsky in, shot, oh, glove down, Larmy, best save of the game. Oh.
One of the few chances that Sweden's had a really clean, good look, and it's Burakovsky, who's their leading point producer up to this point. 2 men in the corner, 2-on-1, which means there's a guy in a yellow jersey that's not covered. Big time mistake by Finland. A really good shot, an even better save. Talk about terrific positioning, down on one knee, the glove is up high, protecting that short side top shelf, and a great save there by Larmy.
Burakovsky took a big hit a couple of seasons ago from Jacob Trouba. He was injured that season. This past year with Seattle, 7 goals, 16 points, just the 49 games. So it's nice to see him find his game here at the World Championship. He's coming again. Burakovsky lost it. Picked up by Lucas Raymond. Up top, Dahlin shot. Never found its way through. It's at the side of the net. Pontus Holmberg took his man down. Jordan got knocked down. In comes Jonas Brodin. Sweden keeps it alive. Rasmus Dahlin in shot, another block off the pack of, looks like Pakarainen. Man, they're blocking shots, Finland is.
And so I think that's a good lesson for the Swedish defenseman. It was dust it off and wait for a second. Watch Dahlin here. See, that's a good look. He had time and room. If he shoots the puck right away, it gets through. His man in front, Holmberg has a chance to get something done. But he dusts it off, hangs on a little bit more, and the Finns have a chance to get in the shooting lane, and they do.
Lundestrom able to win it. Olofsson. Up top, Dahlin guides it in. Zetterlund. Lundestrom. Sweden continues to press. Isaac Lundestrom in the corner. Watched by Lehtinen. Victor Olofsson in front, spinning, couldn't get the shot in clean. Lundestrom, one more time. Tried to drop it off for Dahlin. In comes Dahlin, he'll flip it in. Konsta-Helenius. The 18-year-old able to flip that to center. He took the hit to do it. Romaka spun around by Johansson. Puck loose, and Helenius was hoping for a chance. It's 2-on-2 the other way. Fabian Zetterlund. High shot, and now kind of, I think it handcuffed Larmy a little bit, but he's able to make the stop.
There's such a difference in the games, right, that we've covered here over the course of the tournament. When Poland has played, or Slovakia has played, or Latvia, it's loud and raucous and crazy. This one's more of a clinical game. There's not as many Finn fans, not as many Swedish fans. And so it is. It's more clinical. I think that certainly transfers over to the game, too. Both these teams are predisposed to play that type of game. And there's not that sort of extra wow, pop, mad drummers in the audience, that kind of stuff that we had in the other games.
Next year it'll be loud in Stockholm, Sweden, and in Herning, Denmark, the two co-host cities. So the Tre Kronor will be rocking at the World Hockey Championship next year. Eriksson at Kempe, side of the net, as Adrian Kempe, a couple years ago, had a 41-goal campaign for the Kings. He had 28 this season. Still off the board, though, in this championship.
Shots are now 22-8 for Sweden. They're getting more and more pucks to the net. They realize there's not a lot of room, and how close was that? Larmy good against the post, but as he starts to go down to his knees, there's a little bit of room between his leg and the post, but the puck was on the ice, more by his foot, so he was able to make the save.
Lucas Raymond out there, 31 goals in the regular season with Detroit, a career high for him. He's in the corner. Raymond. He'll leave. In comes Oliver Kapanen, plays it behind the net. Out for Puljujärvi. And it comes to Gustafsson. He's got to play it. Erik Karlsson there. Checked quickly by Inala. Good turnover, Finland. Trying to work it here in the offensive zone. Puljujärvi. 3 goals, 5 points. And this is where you wonder, missing a guy like Granlund, the one-game suspension, just that little less offense for Finland. He's a difference maker in games like this, no doubt.
And so it changes the flow. Mikael Granlund suspended because of a vicious cross-check last game. And he should know that, even in the NHL, but in international competition, I mean, they suspend you really quickly for a lot of stuff. He deserved it. There's no doubt. You and I both took a look at it.
Hockey play.
It was wicked. Yeah. So he lost his mind for a second and takes himself out of a key game, which is unfortunate for him. I know emotions do that to people sometimes. He's not really known in my mind to do stuff like that. And it's a big loss for the Finns because he is one of their top producers, and it affects rolling the lines. And his coach said, look, we're going to need everybody to kick in. Not any one guy is going to come back and make a difference. But Mikael Granlund being out for this game is big for the Finns.
Remember, over a decade ago, he scored a lacrosse goal at the World Hockey Championship. He's got hands. He can finish. And both teams could use that right now. 0-0 game, under 5 to go, second period. Tim Heed jams it in. Grundstrom. Sweden's changing. You got to be careful. Brodin throws it into the corner. Lundestrom. He got knocked down. And the backhand cleared by Puustinen. Down the ice, little bit of space to the backhand and just wide. What a good rush there by Juha Jaska.
Good guts. He had lots of guts cutting in there. I was wondering, is he going to take the shot? He's going to have the guts to cut in and do it. And he did. Made a nice little move.
Scrum behind the net. Comes into the corner. Bouncing puck. Zetterlund's going to find it. Fabian Zetterlund up the right wing for Sweden. He'll stop. Drops it off. Eriksson cutting it backhand up high. Stopped by Larmy. Man, you're getting the sense here. I know there's a lot of hockey to come, but maybe first goal wins because it's just been one of those games.
Well, the goaltending is good. Very good. 929 save percentage for Sweden. That was #1, and the Finns were third at 904. So didn't matter which goaltender was in for each team. They both are very good, and certainly their structure and the way they compete in front of the net has to make a big difference.
Helenius to Pustola, cutting in. Pustola, oh, I thought he would have taken the shot there. Drop back, across, and it just over the stick, and these are the chances Finland needs. Get that look, pull the trigger if you can. Eriksson Ek, I don't know if he's onside. Play continues.
It's so few and far between for the chance. It's almost like you're rusty a little bit. You don't have a field ride, so they finally get the chance. You tighten up a little bit, and you miss it.
Kempe. Helenius checked him. Pustola. Sends it up for Jormaka. Jormaka, he got pinned by Marcus Pettersson. He'll hand it off in the corner. Inala cutting in. Inala backhand just wide of the net. What a chance.
So 2 mistakes for the Swedes, 2 chances for Finland. And they just can't miss both of them.
And Sweden, for the first time, they've got to ice the puck as Finland pushed there a little bit. Some good chances on Philip Gustafsson.
Well, every team's going to have breakdowns, and the Swedes certainly have done that. This is what the Swedes have done to every team they played against. They have the puck most of the time. They're strong defensively. There's the first play. Drive in from a bad angle. Nice job. It rolls off the toe of the stick on the back end. Next chance, similar. Trying to go top shelf, cutting across. Get it too much on the toe, you lose control a little bit, and Inala missed the second one. And you know what? Gustafsson's doing a good job because he's only seen 9 shots, and he goes a long time in between somebody even coming close to him. So he came out and challenged both times very well.
Juri Inala, 2 goals, 5 points for Finland. And the fans that are in the building, you hear them whistling. These guys are having a good time. They're fine.
There's some great helmet styles, you know, in this tournament, in the seats, the fans.
I saw a couple of guys dressed up as wrestlers for Finland. They were pretty outstanding outfits.
Yeah, that was not good. It was not good.
Inala off the draw, shooting, and that was blocked. Man, he's been active here. Juri Inala, number 12 for Finland.
Those guys would have wrestled themselves right out of those outfits if they'd have moved much.
Well, if you need some muscle in Czechia, I'm going to hang out with those guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, man. Icing. Well, he's a game breaker, Erik Karlsson, and one of these teams is going to need one. Marcus Pettersson, the defense, and you've illustrated this, defense has been good offensively for Sweden. I mean, they've been able to produce some beautiful shots.
I'm waiting for one of those moments where Erik Karlsson goes, okay, I've had enough of this, and he just grabs it and starts going, and then the tempo changes, everything goes. He's got to be careful. It is a 0-0 game. He does take chances, and when he does, it leaves something behind, which would leave it for Finland. But the guy is so good at making stuff happen.
Burakovsky cutting in with Raymond. Raymond was going to the net. Here's Burakovsky. That deflected twice, bouncing to the left of Larmy. Burakovsky. Pontus Holmberg chases after it. And it's cleared nicely to center. Again, good battle, but unable to take it was Jaska, who him and Inala have had a really good period for Finland.
Just got swallowed up by Victor Hedman defensively. There's no way you were getting through big 77.
Final minute. Olofsson, 0-0 game. Olofsson got tripped up. Played up for Pakarainen. Pakarainen over the line. He'll drop it off. Backdoor feed was swatted away as Matalainen nearly got it in there. Riistanen across. That drive, stick shattered as that was Lundestrom. 30 seconds left. And now it's Olsson. He gave the forward his stick, so he doesn't have one. Olofsson, no stick in the slot. So Sweden could use an icing here, at the very least, or a clear. Burakovsky for Hedman, and I'm sure Hedman will know what's up, and he does. So just flip that to center. Well done by 77. Number 2, Sweden has the long change right now at the Finland blue line, their bench. Well, 40 minutes, Brian, and we're still awaiting our first goal.
Yeah, still pretty clinical, both sides. Not a lot of room either way, even for the Swedes. The Finns have done a good job of shutting them off. Nobody's getting to the net much. 23-9, though, the shots in favor of Sweden. Finland's got to get something to the net.
The final period to come in Ostrava, or maybe a little bit more. Your intermission is next with Mark and Dave.
Čekáme na první čtvrtfinálový zásah železného Finsko. Do toho je to stále čekání a ještě máme minimálně 20 minut pozice se vyplávané. Tentokrát se ztrácí samozřejmě připravený tradiční hokejový kvíz, takže budou běžné a opět, že si chcete odnést cenu z oficiálního manželu, tak se budete mít možnost zúčastnit. In the meantime, this intermission will be time for our traditional hockey quiz coming up to you in just a few minutes. So stand by and enjoy.
Okay, gentlemen.
Here we go, boys.
1, 2, 3, team. Okay, gentlemen, sticks on the ice, then I drop the puck, sticks on the ice. Stay, 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 good job. Good job, guys, good job, good job. Hey, 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 hey. Play the puck, play the puck, play the puck. Let's go, guys. Let's go, let's go. Move. Good job, good job. Woo, play. Play, 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 play. You have a good angle on that hit in front of me? Perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. I have perfect view. Everything was down in the chest. I have nowhere to go. Let's go. We gotta go. Boys. Whoa. Wait, 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 wait. Crease! Move!
il suo primo processo prende l'organico di questa scheda. So, we move back to Ostrava arena. Heavy shots are on the Swedish side. They are leading in the shots percentage, but overall the score is 0-0. So look at the highlights from the second period.
Ja, come boys?
Kör vi.
Ja. Sista bästa boys.
Ja, kom igen. Ja.
Kör vi om Maria. Kom här boys. Boys, kom här. Dale. Right. Tippa. Kör vi.
Somebody else just get the puck to the net by accident. It's a 0-0 game. It's on the line here. You go home if you don't win. So the Finns have got to shoot the puck from anywhere and everywhere. They can't afford to try to work it in right on top of the goaltender, Gustafsson.
Pakarainen a big hit, and
talk about technical hockey, right? Coverage, that's what it's been all about. Both teams, no room out there, very few breakdowns, and that's why it's so noticeable. I mean, we've seen the Finns get 2, maybe 3 really good chances, and they stand out so much because they've only had 8 shots, and because there are so few looks at the net. So every time you go, maybe this is it. Whereas, you know, in most other games, you've got, you know, maybe 25 shots on goal by each team. You got multiple chances both ends of the ice, and you go, yeah, there were quite a few chances. It doesn't register as much. So the Finns are putting pressure on themselves here by not shooting the puck from everywhere.
And the only people working harder than Bob and Bobek, the mascots, is drill guy. And our ice surface, I'd say they have to come out and drill holes for the nets on the moorings about 35 times in this tournament. But it's fixed behind Gustafsson as it came off in the opening 20 seconds of this third period. We're going to give that guy a 4th medal if there's one kicking around. He's done a lot of work making sure the nets stay on the moorings, and we're back underway here in this third period. Our second quarterfinal. Good speed in from Patrick Pustola. Keeps the play alive here for Finland. Helenius sets in front of the net. Helenius into the corner. They'll throw one towards the net. Eriksson Ek gets in his skates, and Tim Heat alertly able to flip that to center. Who will blink first? The goalies have been great. Gustafsson, Larmi, they made some nice stops. Obviously, Larmi way busier than Gustafsson. Burakovsky trying to steal the puck. Inala shoots it in and chases after it. Holmberg chips it up for Lucas Raymond, a 2-on-2 developing. And
puck hit somebody on the bench.
So the faceoff will be in Sweden territory.
Just watch the coverage, though, for both teams. It is one thing to appreciate good defensive hockey. I mean, we all want to see goals. I mean, so do I. But you watch the good defensive plays away from the puck, how conscientious they are. Watch what they're looking at. They're not just looking at the puck carrier. They're on the other side of the ice. They're like, oh, who's my man? And that's true for the Finns and for the Swedes.
Lucas Raymond, the flip to center, bouncing puck. Came right to Oliver Kaski. They'll play it back to center ice. Inala shoots it in. There's Erik Karlsson for Sweden. Karlsson for Burakovsky. Andre Burakovsky at center. Slapped in by Raymond. Alarmi out to play it. Risanen. Up for Puljujärvi. To the left side, Jaska. He's the guy with 4 shots in the game for Finland. Jaska behind the net. Erik Karlsson stretching ice. Up that left side. Olsen shot. He whistled it wide of the net.
How about Olsen picking that one out of the air, too? That was about a 900-foot pass, and it was about knee-high at least. Olsen knocks it out of the air. It's the only reason he got that chance. He wasn't able to knock it down.
Olsen comes again. Trying to get around Ricola. Little backhand Saravari to the near wall. Jammed right back in by Brodin. Olsen chasing after it. Checked by Saravari. Saravari. Nice little dish to free up the puck. Here is Juuso Ricola. He'll curl around. Sweden starting a change. And again, already 3 minutes gone here in this third period. The captain, Olli Mata. He'll go to the right side. Parkerainen. Long shot from the left wing from Matalainen, and that's handled by Gustafsson.
Oh, a little extra shot there by He. Just a little bit of a push on Matalainen, and he didn't like it, of course, so they pushed back a little. So a little bit of fire here. Hey, it's 0-0. The loser goes home. And even though Sweden has had more shots and Sweden's had the puck more, all that matters is the scoreboard at the end of the night. And they don't want to be the one that's stunned and go, geez, well, we played really well. There's a look at that one from Olofsson, that end-over-ender. Difficult to read. Those pucks that are not flat when they're shot, difficult for the goaltenders, all the more reason. And this ice gets chopped up by the end of the night. So there are a lot of rolling pucks.
Especially when they had the 3 games in one day, which happened 4 times in this tournament. Edman will dig it free. Remember Sweden, though, going back to 2021, their finishes 9th, 6th, and 6th. So really battling here. They've had such a wonderful tournament. He puts that out of play.
That's
but
right.
You're a bad bounce or a bad goal away from going home.
Exactly, going off of somebody's foot or one of your own guys or an own goal or something. So yeah, as well as they played, that's the great thing about this international competition. It is one and done, and then either you go home or you go on to that next game. And yeah, the Swedes have come up short in big games in the last couple of years. This team is way too good on paper and the way they played to let that happen, but it could.
We already know Canada won versus Slovakia. Here it was Switzerland over Germany. Kempe, wrist shot right off the draw, and Larmy again. He's been really solid.
If anybody's overdue, it's Adrian Kempe. My goodness, he was fantastic in game 1. Really good in game 2. I mean, just really noticeable and all over the place and flying up and down the ice. But even still, from that game forward, nothing. He has not scored. He's got 5 assists. He does not have a goal.
Kempe was on the team the last time they won a gold medal, 2018. He's got the puck. He'll drop. Carlson lows up. Rebound, Eriksson Ek. He was tied up. Couldn't get the stick on the puck, and Lehtinen took it away. The high flip, and Gustafsson won't fool around. He's going to glove that down.
They had a set play going, but Kempe chose not to use it. Kempe got the face-off, and then Victor Hedman took off from the left point. He wanted a diagonal pass down, but Kempe didn't think he could make it. But he did the right thing. He went to Victor Hedman's spot on the blue line and covered up for him, as the shot did get through eventually. But this pace has gone way down because I think, quite frankly, the checking has been so tight, it's kind of gotten to everybody on both teams.
Pusula, Jormaka, and Helenius up front for Finland. Desperate to get some offensive zone time here. Jonas Brodin back in his own zone. Plays it for Burakovsky. Lets it and played it behind the net. There's Rasmus Dahlin trying to shrug off his check. In comes Jormaka, the big body check in the corner, and Finland flips it right back in. Burakovsky weaving through center. Lucas Raymond, his shot off a stick and wide. And if you talk about, as you always say, the gunners on a team, if you're looking, Lucas Raymond, Adrian Kempe is due, Marcus Johansson, or Erik Karlsson himself. Lundström shot off a stick and wide again.
Yeah, the top 2 lines for the Swedes, the Eriksson Ek line, 20 points. The Holmberg line, 23 points. I mean, they have created an awful lot over the course of this tournament. Because of the puck possession, they wear you down. But the Finns have not been worn down. I mean, they've given up shots for sure. It's 25-9 now for the Swedes. But they forced the Swedes probably to shoot from outside even more than they would have liked to.
Yeah, I think you could argue the Finns have them right where they want them. They played their style of game.
Exactly. Yep. Play to your capability.
There's Zetterlund in the corner. Marcus Pettersson in deep, and again, Finland chips to center. Karlsson. You have to feel the longer this game goes on like this, it's advantage Finland.
Yep. Frustration for the Swedes.
Pile up in the corner. Jesper Mattila plays it around the wall. Tim Heed there. He'll jam it back in. Mattila's got to play it again, and he will. Cross for the captain, Olli Maatta. To the Swedish line. Victor Hedman. To the left side. That was intercepted by Manalainen. Olli Maatta from Jyväskylä, Finland. To the right side. A shot kicked aside, rebound, and a good rush by Pakarainen. Again, though, no traffic in front. Manalainen tries again. Manalainen behind the net. And a penalty coming up.
Yep.
Looks like Finland will get their first power play of the game.
Oh, Brian, you had a 50-50 chance. It's actually Finland. It's getting the penalty. It's for high sticking. So it's the Swedes that will actually go on the power play. Just a little careless use of the stick. The head flashes back. So big time power play chance for Sweden. This 0-0 game.
It's their third of the game, and a good clear by the goalie as Larmy got it all the way down the ice. Zetterlund able to get away with that. Where's the puck? Everyone spun around and deflects out of play. So 0 for 2 is Sweden, and their third power play of this game.
And logically, they're going to flip the power play opportunities. It's Carlson's group that's going to come out this time first. They come out secondarily on the other ones. That one gets scooped all the way out of the zone and out over the boards. So Erik Karlsson wants to get that puck, and everything will go through him once they get it in the offensive zone.
And the puck on the stick of Erik Karlsson. Karlsson through center. Over the line. Cutting in. Thought he might try to go coast to coast. He'll take it in the corner. Lead for Zetterlund. Round the boards, Olofsson. Olofsson back for Andre Burakovsky. Sweden sets it up. Karlsson. Fake the shot for Burakovsky. Karlsson. Back to Burakovsky. Down low, Johansson. Burakovsky, Zetterlund's right in front. Burakovsky. Waiting. Johansson. Burakovsky. Olofsson's at that far circle. Burakovsky. Karlsson. Walks the line. Olofsson. No shots yet. Karlsson. Almost lost it. Burakovsky. Waiting, shooting up high. Kind of dusted it off maybe one too many times and whistled it out of play.
You know, it looked a lot better like that. Karlsson is more on the right side. He's not dead in the middle. So when he passes to Burakovsky, it's too easy for that forward to come across on Burakovsky. The only one-timer shot they had on that first power play is Burakovsky on the right side. So if Karlsson's so close to him, the forward was covering both guys. Karlsson finally started backing away over down to the left wing side to create more space and time so that Burakovsky could get a little more room. Now we have a change, and at least they started to do it a little more logically at the end.
Rasmus Dahlin, Hedman, Kempe, Adrian Kempe, waiting. Lucas Raymond, Kempe walks it in, wrist shot, and the stick went flying of the defender, Hyru. 23 seconds left. Lucas Raymond back up top. Eriksson Ek is in front with a screen. Hedman thought about it. Wrist shot. Kempe center there, tries to jam it in, and it just bounced on him, or I think Kempe had one. But a good job by Larmy.
Yeah, it was in his feet. The diagonal pass down low from Victor Hedman. Now, Victor was set up initially the same way Karlsson was at the beginning. Again, their one-timer from Kempe on the right side wasn't really available. And then here's the play at the last minute. Kempe does a nice job. If that had been in the wheelhouse, he would have had a chance to beat the goaltender on the short side. But not great power play. The logic of the power play for the Swedes here, something to be desired. There's only 7 seconds left.
Jordan on his skates, ready to come out. Raymond drops it back. Kempe. Trying to get it down low. 5-on-5 hockey. Eriksson Ek jamming. Puck in front as Finland's killed off another one. Sweden 0 for 3 on the power play. Kempe up top. Hedman bomb, and he missed wide. And it's all the way down the ice to Gustafsson.
You can't tell from this angle whether the worst thing Victor could do is have it blocked right in front and have it jump all the way out of the zone and have himself caught deep inside the zone. And maybe that's why he missed the net wide. He can't get it blocked, but that's a golden opportunity missed if he just pulled it.
Froden in the corner with Grundstrom, who spun around. Froden up top. That drive right on. Rebound bouncing. And Linus Johansson was there. He got clubbed down in front of the net. Look out. Selenius, he had to avoid a check, and he draws a penalty. So now, for the first time in the game, I can guarantee you Finland is going on the power play.
A think it's Froden is going to the penalty box. Hellenius is starting to pick up speed, and he's diving through the neutral zone, and all of a sudden gets his head up and jumps to the side.
Team Sweden, number 82, 2 minutes for drinking.
And Froden has him lined up. Here's Hellenius. He's fighting off a check from behind, and then there's the stop. But yeah, he clicks his heel. Nice little move at the last second to avoid the hit, and he draws the penalty because of it. So yeah, Finland finally with a chance on the power play. We'll see if they take advantage of their one-timer guys and don't take so long to take a shot.
4 for 20 on the tournament. Finland ranked 9th in the championship, but my goodness, what a time. How about right now? In a 0-0 game, their first chance of this hockey game. Face off, goes in the corner, Puustila. They'll feed it up top. Puustila. Kaske for Hellenius. Hellenius down low. Yormaka. Hellenius. Back up top. Puustila across, one-time drive. Kaske, rebound follow-up. Hellenius and off a body and wide.
Brodin with the block there. And how about Hellenius, the young guy, being out there on the power play in a critical situation?
Bounced right in front. Well, Hellenius, 14 goals, 36 points in Liga. Coached by the former NHL great Olli Jokinen, by the way. And Olli Jokinen, high praise for Hellenius. Think about that. He's 18 years of age, just turned 18, and playing in the top league in Finland, a men's league in Liga.
And in a 0-0 game elimination situation, and he's out there to try and get the winning goal, or go-ahead goal at least, which may be the winning goal. Whoever scores first here.
Lehtinen into the corner. Puljujärvi pokes at it, comes right in front, but it's scooted right by Oliver Kapanen, and he's the guy you want the puck on his stick with 6 goals in the tournament.
Well, Sweden was perfect on their penalty kill, too. Both of these teams were. They don't give an inch. Sweden's penalty killing is aggressive at the right time, and they're in the box at the right time. Their reads again, their hockey IQs about when to pressure and when to run guys out of room and how they do it. They'll push a guy on the finished power play into only one option, and then the second penalty killer recognizes, okay, he has that one option. I'm on the way to take away that option. And it goes on and goes on and goes on, and they shut it down.
One of the best young Finns in recent history was Capo Kakko. So he won a U18 gold, a World Junior gold, and a men's World Championship gold before he was ever even drafted to the NHL. And no player has ever done that before. Puljujärvi. They'll shoot it in. Puustinen in the corner. Bouncing puck. Rasmus Dahlin on it first. 20 seconds left in the minor penalty, and it looked to be a 2-on-1 cutting, and the shot, that was Grundstrom off a stick and out of play.
And I guess we shouldn't underestimate that shorthanded. We've already seen that today, and I've said repeatedly in this tournament, power plays get lazy, right? They don't want to play defensively. So when things aren't going well, they get a little lackluster defensively. Next thing you know, it's a 2-on-1 shorthanded, a great scoring chance, and you're giving up a shorthanded goal. That's the last thing either one of these teams want to do, especially Finland right now with the power play.
That was Berchi for the Swiss. He had the shorthanded goal and then popped the empty netter to seal it. And the whistle before Larmy made another glove stop. They're going to redo it. The far circle, drop the puck again.
You're thinking about, when you're on the power play, you're thinking about your entries, about the structure, what your responsibilities are, how are we going to create something. And so when you don't have the puck, you get a little lazy, you stop skating, and next thing you know, the other team, you're chasing the other team to your end.
15 seconds left of the minor penalty. There's Linus Johansson. He'll kill off some more time in the corner. He gets hauled down by Mikko Lehtinen. Final few seconds, and it's 5-on-5. So again, neither team yet to blink. No one has allowed a power play goal between these two sides all tournament. Under 9 to go, 0-0 game. Winner goes to Prague, losers done. If we need overtime, it is a 10-minute overtime in this quarterfinal. Puustila, little chip and chase. He'll go in for the puck. Hedman there. Around the wall for Kempe. Adrian Kempe for Lucas Raymond up the right wing. Raymond Delays, slings it across in front and steered out of harm's way by Olli Mata. Mata works it right back in. Finland starting a change. Raymond one more time. His shot interrupted. Back to work in the corner goes Lucas Raymond. He'll leave for Kempe. Marcus Pettersson, a high bomb, and Larmy a little bit too slow to play it. 8:02 to go, 0-0 game. Shots 28-10 in favor of Sweden. Welcome back inside Ostrava Arena. I guess if goals were easy to score, Brian, everyone would do it. 0-0 game, waiting for the icebreaker here in this quarterfinal matchup.
It was careful from the drop of the puck. Now it's 0-0 with 8 minutes to go. It's even more careful if that's possible. There's no room. It might take a face-off kind of play where you win a draw quickly, get it wide, get a shot, or a shot right off a draw and pull the trigger before anybody can react.
And they're going to do it for the third time.
Yeah. Well, the details are important, right? 0-0 game. Moving on the line.
One more time, puck in the corner. As Veli-Matti Vidamäski takes the hit. Pontus Holmberg's got the puck. Lehtinen trying to poke it off his stick. Johansson's in front. Good job, Holmberg trying to scoot away. Johansson picks it up. Up for Carlson. Across quickly for Rasmus Dahlin. Puljujärvi had him lined up. Burakovsky in the corner. He'll zip it in. They're not trailing, but the first adversity for Sweden in this entire tournament, the way Finland's playing them.
Yeah, Finland's had their fair share of adversity, so they're pretty used to it. But yeah, the Swedes, they've led all the time. They've never been behind in the entire tournament, and they got to be getting a little antsy right here.
Oliver Kapanen up top. Matta's shot knocked out in front. And again, Sweden clears. Johansson. He got checked by Puljujärvi. Johansson, though's got the puck. They'll skate it in. His teammates, though, changing behind the play, so he'll just buy them some time and curl around. And it's back up for Tim Heed.
Well, if it goes true to form, and if Sweden was going to do it, Johansson and Burakovsky will both had terrific tournaments. Two of the elder statesmen on Sweden, big-time production.
Pass in front, and again, Larmy, he has been razor sharp for Finland in this game.
It's at the 29 shot on goal for Sweden, albeit from outside. A man going to the net. Eriksson Ek fights through a check. How about that? That puck looked like it was alive. See how often it's rolling all the time. Larmy really out, good position there. You get one chance of redirect and goes right in the pass.
Arttu Hairu, Joel Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek wins it. Tim Heed towards the net. Knocked down, hit Brunstrom. Brunstrom in the corner. The defenseman, Tim Heed in deep as well. Fabian Zetterlund in the corner for Sweden. Zetterlund spinning around. Behind the net, Zetterlund with it. Tries to tuck in the backhand. Brunstrom his turn to battle. Grundstrom tried to dish in front, and again, great sticks by Finland. Broken up by Puustinen. Tried to feed it to the left side and dumped right back in. No icing. Lehtinen plays it to center. Grundstrom there. Under 6 to go. Eriksson Ek. Right back in for the Swedes. Mikko Lehtinen plays it behind the net. Up to the right side. Bjornanen shoots it in. Jonas Brodin behind his net. They'll chip to Kempe. Kempe in the corner. Lucas Raymond advances to center. Isaac Lundestrom over the line. He'll dish it in for Raymond. Raymond reverses to Kempe. Checked by Bjornanen. In comes Brodin. Brodin in the corner with Lundestrom. Rasmus Dahlin around the boards for Raymond. Lucas Raymond. Isaac Lundestrom. At the line, across. Dahlin makes the move. Rasmus Dahlin in, shot, score! They break through! Rasmus Dahlin, the icebreaker, and Sweden's on the board.
Nothing fancy about this. Move in from the blue line, and the guy who's had the golden touch all season long playing for the Buffalo Sabres. Outstanding shot here. 20 goals for a defenseman. Watch him move in here, right side of your screen. Great little fake. Outside the dot, though, and that's a mistake by the goaltender who's played really well. See another look, see if this one gets tweaked up. Sticks in front of the net. No, he just didn't close it down quickly enough. One mistake, that's the only one so far, and Dahlin makes it 1-0.
Rasmus Dahlin, his second of the tournament, finally the icebreaker with 4:58 to go in this third period. He was the first Swedish-born player in the NHL to go first overall since the great Matt Sundin, and what a goal. And again, Sweden yet to trail in this tournament. They find a way to get the icebreaker here in the late stages of the third period.
That's the 6th point of the tournament for Dahlin. A couple of goals now. Yep, 20 goal season, 59 points with the Sabres, and great feeling for the Swedes because they know how to shut things down, and the Finns now are going to have to really come to life and take some chances.
He might see his buddy Owen Power at some point in this championship if Sweden moves on. Puustila shakes off a check. Puustila to the line, worked across. Koski, shot. Traffic in front. Finland falling as Puustila taken down, trying to get that shot away. Koski. He'll chip it in for Helenius. Helenius. He got checked in the corner as Pontus Holmberg trying to take it away. Picked right back up. Wrist shot high, and that missed the mark. Jormaka with a great look. Another drive. Jormaka the screen in front that time. And Gustafsson stuck with it. Finland pushing here right away, trying to get the equalizer. Riisanen. He'll send it across. Inala. Inala gets it back. Inala delivers down low. Koski. He'll drop that shot. Hit a leg, comes to Burakovsky, and Sweden needing a change, so they'll just gently chip that to center ice. Under 4 to go. Rasmus Dahlin has made it 1-0 Sweden. Puljujärvi at center. With Kapanen. Puljujärvi's shot. Big rebound. Comes up top. Saravari tried to center. He lost the puck, chipped up that left side, and Riikola back for Puljujärvi quickly. Back to Riikola. Stretched up the right side. Puustila cutting in across Puljujärvi, and he couldn't bury Gustafsson or the post or both, able to keep that out.
I think he got a blocker on it. Boy, did he ever stretch across and get there fast. That was the best chance Finland's had, I think, the entire game.
What a look for Puljujärvi to tie it. Under 3 to go. Jaska fires it on Gustafsson. He steers it in the corner. Jaska round the wall. Olli Määttä couldn't keep it in. Jumping on the ice was Arttu Hairu. Hairu, little flip to center. Puustila charging in for Finland. We'll keep an eye on Larmy. 2:30 to go. Played up top. There's Ole Mata, stick out towards the net. Bodies in front. And Dahlin able to clean it up in front of his own net and flip for Lucas Raymond. Swatted down the ice quickly. Sweden changing, so is Finland. And that'll buy Erik Karlsson a little bit of time. Karlsson up for Raymond. He got a touch on it. Back for it is Rasmus Ristinen. Saku Manalainen trying to chip it around Erik Karlsson. Ristinen there. This is Manalainen trying to free it. Under 2 minutes to go. Nice chip down the ice again by Sweden. No icing. Koski. He's got the puck. Both teams full changes up quickly. Constant Hellenius through the legs. Hellenius. And that's off a stick as it hit Pustola and out of play.
Nobody's put Sweden under pressure in this tournament like the Finns have, because it stayed no score longer than any other game by far that Sweden's been in so far. They've never trailed. They've been tied. But they've never trailed. And 0-0, you wondered if it was starting to wear on them. But you know what? They have hung in there too. So they've used their patience. The Finns have tried to test them the best way they can, because the Finns don't have a lot of scoring power. But that goal by Rasmus Dahlin is the 10th goal and the 33rd point from the decor of the Swedish team. There's another look at it. Beautiful little move to the outside, and a mistake by the goaltender. Larmy'd like to have that one back. Look where the shot comes from. Below the dot, outside the dot. He just late going down and closing the 5-hole. So many great saves and one mistake, and he's going to be kicking himself for that unless one of his buddies can bail him out here and tie this thing up.
Brian, when we first arrived in Ostrava and we were looking at the rosters and all the teams in our group, what stood out to us right away? The defense of Sweden and the firepower they had. And true to form, they've been a massive storyline for their team.
Yeah, Erik Karlsson, we know what he's like offensively. Victor Hedman, same thing. A couple of Norris Trophy winners. Dahlin with a 59-point, 20-goal season in Buffalo. They led the way, but it wasn't just them. Pettersson with a couple of big goals during the tournament too.
Larmy is on the bench. Extra attacker is out for Finland. 1:42 to go. It's win or go home. It's all they got. They'll win the draw. It's back to Lehtinen. Lehtinen, one-time drive up high, and it was fired by Puustinen. Puck battle behind the net. Inala in the corner. Inala, he'll get it back. Pakarainen's parked right in front. Up for Lehtinen. And the high pass. Kempe's going to try track it down. And getting back is Puustinen. Just over a minute remaining. 1-0 Sweden. What a defensive game it's been. Side of the net, and the puck went behind Gustafsson. We lost sight of it, and so did he. Lehtinen across. Puustinen in front, score! The deflection! Bjornen! 1-1 game!
It's taken all this time for the intensity level offensively for the Finns to show up, and they get it when they pull the goaltender. And then basic hockey pays off. Get a guy in front, everybody stick down, get stick position. Get it back to the point and see what you can do. The shot's going to come top right of your screen. Good positioning in front. The Swedes get spread out. They're playing a zone. You got to play man on man in that situation. Victor Hedman does not have anybody in front of the net. You've got two guys in blue jerseys that were all alone in front of the net. Look where the Swedes are, and look where the Finns are. It's a mistake for Sweden. In a key situation, they had to be inside and battling, and instead they were outside. The Finns earned that one. It's a 1-1 game.
That is Bjornen, and what a goal. His second of the tournament. The beautiful redirection in front. 57.8 to go, and it's a 1-1 game. Well, if this is how we're going to wrap up our World Championship, Ryan, what a way to go. 1-1 game. Great battle by Finland. We'll see what fireworks are left for us as Ole Mata will play it across. Erik Karlsson up ahead. Burakovsky. Burakovsky in the corner. Nada. Off to center ice. Manalainen skates it in. Manalainen in the corner. Olimata works it back in deep again. 25 seconds to go. Takarainen, he'll leave it in the corner. Holmberg trying to free it up. There's Burakovsky. Up top, that drive knocked down as Riisanen let it go, and Sweden content to just chip this down the ice. No icing, will wave it off as Mata's back.
He tried to make it look good, but they weren't buying it.
Well, Brian, I wouldn't have it any other way. 1-1 game, 10-minute overtime in our final game and final quarterfinal next. 1-1. Can't wait for overtime. That's next. Welcome back to Ostrava. Brian Mutrick, Brian Engblom, Claire Hanna with you. 1-1 game. Rasmus Dahlin scoring for Sweden. And then Hannes Bjornen. And what a goal in the final minute to tie it up. So now we got 10 minutes of 3-on-3. We can also tell you quickly, over in Prague, Pavel Zacha's 1-0 goal is still standing up. Czechia leading the United States, and they're in the late stages as well. Man, I like it when a plan comes together here, Brian. A lot of fun on the final night of quarterfinal night.
Well, the U.S. will be gripping that big time too. U.S. they got a good team. They got a really good team. They got to come back and tie that up somehow. But this one, that was the first big push in I don't know how long offensively, anything, but the goaltender pulled. So we had ultimately, after all this tight checking game, to say the least, a mistake by the goaltender of Finland. Larmi doesn't get the 5-hole close. That's a stoppable goal. And then bad defending, a mistake by the Swedish defense. They just didn't do a very good job. They let two guys, not one, but two guys from Finland stand inside right in front of their goaltender, and the two Swedish defenders were on the outside. So that's a mistake. So now we got 3-on-3 in overtime. Totally different game.
And you have to think, if you look at the skill, just pure skill and the finishers on Sweden, you'd think they have the advantage. And if you're just joining us, Michael Granlund suspended the 1 game. His skill and his speed you could use in this scenario right here. So here we go. 10 minutes of OT. Kapanen, Holmberg. They'll line up at center. Winner moves on. And O2 Arena in Prague, and the loser goes home. Here's Lehtinen, the defender. Watched by Lucas Raymond. Lehtinen will play it away. Jormaka. Pekka Jormaka, he'll delay. Jormaka. Oliver Kapanen has 6 goals in the tournament, the Habs prospect.
We're going to see a lot of this, a lot of regrouping too, I think.
Raymond coming in on Larmi. Played it up to Lehtinen. And it looks like Larmy's going to be the 4th defender out here during overtime.
He might be up at the blue line taking a shot here in a minute.
Pustola through center, and again here curl around. Ricola. Helenius brings it in. Ricola behind the net. Ricola watched by Hedman, literally. Juuso Ricola. Hedman is shadowing him literally in the corner. Comes to Helenius, trying to poke it free. And Lundestrom able to pick it off. Here's Karlsson and Hedman. And now Sweden finally with possession of the puck for the first time in overtime. Welcome viewers that just saw Czechia beat USA. It's overtime. What a game we've had in a 1-1 game. All the scoring coming in the late stages. Rasmus Dahlin made it 1-0 Sweden. Bjornen tied it up in the final minute for Finland. Sweden has yet to trail the entire tournament. They haven't lost a game. They've won in regulation each and every game. And Brian, it sets up an exciting finish here of 10 minutes of 3-on-3 overtime, 8:20 to go in a 1-1 game.
Yeah, and in overtime, it's about line changes and fatigue. You get caught out there too long, and you are in big-time trouble. Line changes are important. We're going to see a lot of regrouping in this, though. They're going to be really careful until somebody gets an outnumbered attack. And then when you get that, if you miss, it's going back the other way 100 miles an hour. That's the great thing. I love the 3-on-3 concept. Right now, there hasn't been much happening, though, in the early stages. A lot of regroups, especially by the Finns.
Here's Hyru, some speed cutting in. Hyru round the net. He was watched by Kempe. Hyru up top, Lehtinen. He'll hand it off. Jaska. And Lehtinen, he'll reverse and come to center. Shots 30-18 in favor of Sweden. The story, Emil Larmi has been wonderful. Some great stops for Finland. Here comes Manalainen. A little bit of speed as Pakarainen jumps on the ice. That drive stopped and a good save. Gustafsson on the rip from Lehtinen. That far circle, Lehtinen back in the corner. He'll get it back. Manalainen again for Lehtinen. And Lehtinen will back up.
On 3-on-3, there's so many switches, and the switches can get complicated. And when you make a mistake and there's a bad communication or bad reads, that's when you get your 2-on-1 and a chance to end the game.
Inala. Oli Matt has jumped on the ice. Inala. Puljärvi also up front for Finland. Juri Inala. That drive up high, and it was over. I thought it was gloved down as Inala let it rip, and Puljärvi's going to start a change now for Finland. Sweden controls. We'll see what they do. Victor Hedman takes the drop pass. Hedman will head off for a change. Pontus Holmberg, low man in. He does a shoulder check to see who he's got. He's pinned by Mata.
I always think it's better to have constant motion. Doesn't matter if you have the puck or don't have it. The more you stop and go, the more you are vulnerable to quick turnovers, and you just can't catch up. Keep moving, keep pressing, and keep challenging. Even if you drive into the corner, players tend to regroup and go backwards so much. A lot of times you can create a lot more, I've always thought, is driving deep and drive to the corner, drive them deep in their own zone.
Here's a steal, drop pass, Dahlin works it back, Isaac Lundestrom. Karlsson also out with him. Lundestrom, Dahlin. He's got the goal for Sweden, Rasmus Dahlin. They start weaving around, Erik Karlsson at the line. Karlsson, the pass to the skates of Dahlin, and Lundestrom's got to hustle back to center. Under some pressure by Jormaka, and Isaac Lundestrom has it.
And all it takes is one guy falling down somewhere, too. That's always a key play. I don't think the players use the net in the offensive zone enough, too. Everything wants to happen in front where you're going to score. I get that. But sometimes driving wide and using the net in the offensive zone creates situations that defenders aren't used to seeing.
Victor Hedman. Adrian Kempe out with Joel Eriksson Ek, and Kempe will take it to center.
This is the way the game's been 5-on-5. Add 2 more players on each side, and this is what we've seen for the entire game.
Eriksson Ek, in comes Kempe, and a poke check, but a penalty coming up. Is this a penalty shot? Hooking the call.
He's not making the sign. If you're going to take a penalty, that's a penalty to take for sure. Helenius gets on the backside there, and I think the Swedes are going, Victor Hedman's going, hey, where's the penalty shot here? Kempe with some speed. There's the hook. Maybe he felt like he got even with them enough. Was he in clean? Well, he was certainly in front of him. But anyway, the referees have made their decision, so it's going to be a 4-on-3 situation and not a penalty shot.
Sweden 0 for 3 on the power play in this game. Coming into quarterfinal play, Finland, Sweden, the United States, the only teams yet to allow a power play goal. Finland's penalty kill has been brilliant, and Emil Larmi, he has been a big-time story in net for Finland.
Okay, so 4-on-3 is hugely different, right? There's so much more room out there. But if they're going to set up the one-timer, I still think there has to be more distance between the defenseman at the top and the one-time guy on the sides. Victor Hedman can really drill it too. So you can bring it down low and bring it back to big number 77, and he can shoot with accuracy and he can really pound it. So you have both of those options. What we saw on the 5-on-4 power plays, the Swedes were too easy to defend. We'll see if they make any adjustments here and they use their one-timer to more effectiveness.
So 2 defensemen out for Sweden. You got Hedman, you got Rasmus Dahlin, Eriksson Ek, Lucas Raymond. 2 defenders out there to start this power play. 5-1 to go in overtime in a 1-1 game. What a chance here for Sweden. Trying to book their ticket to the semifinal. They'll win the draw. Hedman's got the puck. Hedman thought about the shot. Hedman will switch up with Dahlin. Victor Hedman shooting up high and he missed. Comes to Dahlin. Rasmus Dahlin. Victor Hedman. Across Dahlin, the drive, and it's high off the glass, stays in play. Raymond has it. Lucas Raymond. Hedman, one-time palm it again, up high. Larmi might have got a piece with a glove. Raymond picks it up. Raymond assessing, shooting. Larmi squeezes and he makes the stop as Raymond looks up to the ceiling. Larmi has been outstanding.
Well, that's all well and good for Raymond to take this shot. It's just okay though. Why not allow the 2 guys pounding the puck that did it earlier? Victor Hedman's dead on straight. He's going to pound it. Then let this guy take the big-time slap shot on the one-timer. So that one get deflected right over.
Another win by Eriksson Ek. Back to Hedman. He's been brilliant in the face-off dot. Eriksson Ek in front. Dahlin faked the shot. Dahlin, one-time bomb right on. And no rebound. Larmi squeezing that again. So all 3 quarterfinal winners so far were all in Group A in Prague. Sweden is trying to break the streak here. What a game. 1-1 tie. Sweden still on the power play. 1:09 to go. Hedman, wrist shot, score! Joel Eriksson Ek, the tip in front, power play goal, and Sweden advances.
Sweden's the better team. They deserve to go on. This is the most they've been tested in any game by far. It was 0-0 most of the game. Sweden just has so much horsepower. Be interesting to see how far they eventually go. They deserve to go on.
What a shot. What a deflection in front. Power play goal in overtime as Sweden will move on to the Final Four. A big-time power play goal. It has been a pleasure covering the World Hockey Championship from Ostrava.
Great stuff, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the best players of each team will be awarded by Raiffeisenbank International, official sponsor of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. The prizes will be presented by Josef Bienica, Governor of the Moravian Silesian region, Heikki Hietanen, IIHF Council Member and Tournament Co-Chair. Best Player of Team Finland, number 33, Emil Larmi. Best Player of Team Sweden, number 26, Rasmus Dahlin. The three best players of the 2024 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship of Team Finland will now be awarded with a prize from the organizing committee. The three best players award is selected by each team and will be presented by Heikki Hietanen, IIHF Council Member and Tournament Co-Chair. The three best players of Team Finland are number 3, Olli Möter, number 12, Jere Inola, and number 27, Oliver Kapanen. Dear all, please rise if you are able to for the national anthem of Sweden.
Ollie, for all but 4 minutes of this game, it was tied. It was so close, it might have come down to just a penalty in overtime. What was the difference maker in your mind?
Well, I think, like you said, I think that was might be the first PK goal we gave up, and it stings. I gotta say, they're a good team. They're a great team. I think they're definitely contenders. But at the same time, I think we can be pretty proud of how big of a fight we gave in today, and it kind of stings a lot to lose like that, but that's hockey sometimes.
And you guys have been just a powerhouse of a team for a long time, always finding yourselves making it into the quarterfinals. How has this entire World Championship been like for your team with a lot of adversity?
Well, I think our goal is go a little further than that every year. And I think that talks about the culture we have in Finland. Whenever you put the jersey on, it doesn't matter who's the guys. I think the change we had year after year, and guys coming in, just filling in spots like the same guys playing every night. I think that it just talks about the culture we have in this country about hockey.
And then if you can answer this one in Finnish, how proud are you of your team despite this close loss in the quarterfinal to Sweden?
No, olihan se aikamoinen taistelu meiltä, että jo muassa saa olla ylpeitä, ja kyllähän tuo harmittaa tietenkin tolleen hävitä, että miten lähellä oltiin ja annettiin kaikki me tänään, että sellaista jääkiekko välillä, mutta eikä se parin päivän päästä niin ihan sekin niin muututtaa symyksi.
Thank you.
Yes.
Victor, I know the job is not done for Sweden, but what a tight game against Finland. You're now going to the semifinal for the first time since 2018. What does this mean to the team?
No, it means a lot, obviously. We knew it was going to be a tough matchup against the Finns. Probably didn't have the group stage they wanted, but when it comes to elimination games, they've been really good as of late. And Jalonen has those guys lined up to a T, and they're very hard to penetrate and get good chances. So very happy with the win. For
55 minutes, this game was scoreless. How frustrating was this team to play?
Not frustrating, but for us, we had a lot of good looks. I mean, obviously their goalie was phenomenal. We knew that coming in. He's had a lot of success in Sweden, so we knew we had a tough task at hand. But at the end of the day, we got through and get ready for the next one.
And now you're going to be playing the hosts, Czechia, in the semifinal. What do you think about that matchup?
No, that's going to be a phenomenal experience. Obviously, I have a lot of good friends, or not a lot, but two good friends on that team that I've had some success with in Tampa. So super excited about the opportunity to play the hosts and in front of 18,000 and in Prague. So get a good night's sleep and then get going to Prague.
And then if you could answer this one in Swedish, just what are your thoughts on this tight matchup against a big rival in Finland?
Nej, vi visste att det skulle vara en tight match hela vägen in, men som sagt, 3 mot 3 i en sån här match, det är ganska tufft att spela, och det är inte en vanlig serielungsmatch, utan här är alla misstag väldigt kostsamma, så att vi fick ett bra break där, fick ett powerplay, så var vi kyliga och sköt puckar och till slut fick vi in.
Thank you. Best of luck in the semis.
Appreciate it.
Musiklimpa. Limpa musik. Jävla gött så. Vad gör vi med hjälmarna?